Okay, I want to record this Dremel Moto-Saw review here because I just got this. Hopefully they are repackaging this product with better instructions. It comes with 10 blades in this little tiny packet and with no markings or nothing to help you distinguish what's what, other than the answer I was looking for. After about 10 minutes I went to the box, and I'm guessing that is wood corner molding or plastic corner molding. It's saying that there's 4 of these MS50s, which looks like a heavier gauge, coarser tooth, and then here this looks like balsa wood or some lightweight wood, and that's a finer tooth, that's MS52. And then this looks like metal, MS53. There's 1 of those. There's 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of the 53s, and 1 of the side cutters. Okay, the instructions do a really poor job of describing that. So that's the one heads up I want to give you. I'm going to tell you what I learned so that you won't give up on this before you realize what a great thing it is. Okay, I had better luck putting this all together. It goes up really quick, but I couldn't really get this to latch into the base until I put the base onto my workbench. And then this slid in and snapped in pretty easily. The other thing, maybe I'll put one in just to show you. The other thing I found confusing about the directions, it just says to slide these in and pivot it in and stuff. Let's see if I got this all the way. And it's really kind of vague how you get this in there. I just want to make sure I have this correct. That's front facing. I just really wish they would mark these. Some of them are kind of a goldish color, some of them are black. Okay, I would say this is probably the fine. How do I know what I got here? Okay, this is a big complaint of mine. This is their biggest downfall, is just poorly marked parts and a terrible manual. Anyway, so I figured out that this long part is the top, this little short part is the bottom. You got to have your blade facing downward, and you're gonna have the blade facing forward and downward. Put the bottom part in first, and then pivot this up. And I feel like, is it in there? Is it not in there? Am I supposed to get that little tooth in some special place, or just have it in the general vicinity? What? But it just grabs it and latches it into place. It's very, very sturdy. Okay, so that was one confusing thing. The blades are a little confusing, but I'm telling you, it's worth figuring it out. Don't give up too soon, because it's really compared. I've had a scroll saw for a couple of years and I hardly ever use. And this is really neat. This is what I've been wishing I had for a long time. I made this cut. These were my first cuts on this thing. I drew a little line on here. I cut straight across was my very first cut. And my second cut, I drew a little shape and I cut it out. That was like within 2 or 3 minutes of starting to use this thing. So it is loud, but it's really cool. So let me show you what it can do. Safety glasses on. And I'm going to cut a straight line for starters. Oh, they say to get it going and then put it through. Okay, the other thing that was really confusing to me is I had this all the way down. I'm used to using a sewing machine, so I kind of expected it to be pushed down tight and that it was going to pull it along just out of habit. But it doesn't do that. Push this little blue button down and you can slide this up and down. So I'm going to slide it but I'll slide it down so it's just barely on there. I don't really know if that's correct or not, but this is how I'm doing it. It's a little difficult to turn on, which I kind of think is a good thing. You're not going to start it up by accident. There we go. Pretty nice cut. Okay, this is really, really cool. I really hope they don't discontinue this, because this is an awesome product. They just need to work on their instructions and get people like me to make videos to show you how neat this is. Okay, now I'm going to change out, that's the fine blade. I just made, without drawing a line or even tightening this down, a pretty nice little curve. Okay, so this is kind of balsa wood, and now I'm going to try, this is at least double what that 3mm is. So I'm going to put in the larger blade. I know I'm supposed to unplug it, but I don't feel like it right now. The electrical cord is really nice and long, which is cool. Okay, be sure and wear your safety glasses. Okay, so there's 4 of these. I'm going to put this in, and this one worked awesome as well. They say on the wood, like lightweight wood and plastic and plywood, to use a number 6 speed. You're just going to, this is awesome. I mean, this is what I should have got when I got a scroll saw. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this. Let's see how it does. I mean, that's pretty darn thick. This will not bend. I mean, I don't know if that's pretty darn thick, but that's as thick as I probably would be cutting. Okay, so let's get this going. See how it does. Okay, this is what I wanted when I got a scroll saw. This is awesome. I hope you could use this on like jewelry for cutting copper sheet or sterling silver sheet or something. This is really awesome. Look at that like smooth cut. And this is pretty thick stuff. This one right here, let me just show you for comparison. This is 1/8 inch, 3mm, 1/8 inch craft plywood, not for aircraft. That's what this one is, and this is what I just cut with these. And that I would say is at least, I'd say that's about double. So this must be 1/4 inch plywood. I love it. What else can I cut? So I could cut little signs, like what I would use it for is maybe to cut little signs like this from cardstock on my Craft Robo. And what I would like to do, or on my Silhouette Cameo now, what I would like to do is cut this out of either foam board, cardboard, or lightweight wood, and make some little scenics, miniature houses and stuff, like for my Christmas village, if I'm really going to do that. I don't know, but I love this. This is great. Anybody want a scroll saw?